Welcome into Lady Wildcat Basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Z94 KZY Facebook. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle, and it's time for Lady Wildcat Basketball. Looking forward to this one, as this is our first chance to see the Lady Cats in action. They are 4-1 coming into this game, but this is going to be their biggest test of the season yet, TJ, as the Lady Cats. I can't fault the thinking here. Start kind of small, get your legs under, get your feet wet, get your legs under you, and build. Get some victories, and then start playing bigger classification teams, and and move up. And I think that's kind of what they have been doing. They have beaten 4 of the 5 teams that they have played so far, but those teams have been Denver City, Capitan, Clayton, and Eunice. So they're beating 2As, 3As. Yeah.
We're not sure who that other one is.
There was a tournament opponent that's not listed. Right. So they have not gone up against yet, someone in their classification or above. And in this case, now they're shooting above. They're playing Roswell High, which is a 5A basketball team. So this is a really good test. It's a home game, and luckily we're getting to watch the Lady Wildcats. The Lovington boys schedule has been, almost no home games, for us to be able to, for fans to be able to watch, and for us to be able to call.
Close,
nothing yet. Nothing
probably,
yet.
And there won't be probably till January.
Exactly. So. It's going to be January. There are tons of they're playing a lot of tournaments, and again, I'm not criticizing. We're just noticing, just pointing out here's what these teams are doing and not doing, and at least the Lady Cats are giving fans, a chance to see them in action, and maybe just drive a little bit down Denver City, here and there in Eunice to be able to watch them.
The Dexter tournament
this
past weekend. So.
And the Lady Wildcats are going to be busy over the holiday break. They are playing in a holiday tournament. Same dates at 29th, 30th, 31st, same dates as the Hobbs Holiday Invitational as well. So the Lovington boys and girls will be involved in over the holiday break in action. So the Lady Cats have really it feels like they've stepped into it in full force more than the boys, just because the boys' season and the schedule has had them not playing home games yet. So they'll be here though in January. We'll definitely be getting more of a chance to see them in action. But it's nice to be able to see the Lady Cats, a 4-1 record, last beating Eunice 68-32 yesterday. Next up for them will be right back here in the home gym, and they're going to be hosting Denver City that night, and we'll be back for that game as well. And then on Saturday, the Lady Cats hit the road, and they're going to be playing in Roswell at NMMI. So this is a busy week for them, and I know that Chief Bridgeforth working off season with a smaller team. It is bigger than we think. If you're like us and you've pulled up Max Preps, there are only 6 girls listed on the Max Preps roster, but TJ, as you mentioned, you counted, and there are 11 in uniform warming up together. So we do know that Chief Bridgeforth, has other girls on the roster that we don't know about yet, but it's a pretty small, tight core.
I'm waiting on Coach McCraw to send us the official roster, and it looks like maybe he's working on that right now.
I think he is too, and of course he's down there with the official scorekeeper and loudspeaker announcement. So we'll hopefully have a peek at that before we have to listen for them as they get announced here in just a few minutes after the warm-up period. But Roswell, much more of a traditional-looking team, at least under head coach Daniel Smith, with a bigger roster, and of course a 5A team that is in the Hobbs district with Hobbs, Carlsbad, and Clovis. And speaking of Carlsbad, Roswell High has beaten Carlsbad, Gadsden, and they lost to Albuquerque Academy, and they beat Artesia. So they beat Carlsbad, Artesia, and Gadsden, lost to Albuquerque Academy. They come into this one 3-1 with some good momentum as well. So on paper, 3-1, 4-1, but you got to realize Roswell's 5A, Lovington is 4A, and it's going to be a pretty good battle, and a good reason. And has drawn more of a crowd. I expected a lighter crowd on a Tuesday night with Roswell having to travel over a couple of hours, to get here for this one tonight. More of a crowd here too, TJ.
Yeah, good crowd, and looking forward to it. Of course, for a lot of years, these two teams were in the same district, even though not anymore. It is a bit of a rivalry. The rivalry that these two teams had, kind of shifted over to Goddard, more so than Roswell High. But, when you don't have that many games or that many that many games too, but with the game limit that you're, saddled with there in the state of New Mexico, and, needing to play Tuesday games, and, you want to find teams that are relatively close. Lovington and Roswell, not very far from each other, so it just makes sense that they would play each other, especially since Lovington taking Hobbs off the schedule a couple of years ago. So looking for ways to fill in that schedule and, to keep everything relatively close to home outside of the tournament play.
Yeah, and still, as I say, you still get your legs under you early on in the season and build up some confidence and have action and be able to have some games, and that's the deal. With the NMAA limiting the total number of games allowed, they limited it several years ago, and then they came in and they limited it again.
Some more, yeah.
They cut down those number of games, the maximum number of allowed games for all sports. But basketball was certainly one of them. Basketball was the sport that had the most, games on a schedule of any other sport, I think, safe to say. So we are indeed happy to be here, happy to be calling this tonight and get our first look at this year and this season Lady Cats. But the names that are back are familiar to everybody on the roster. Number 10, Braylon Hernandez. Number 14, Ashlyn Barunda, a senior. Number 22, Zoe Blackwell, a freshman. Number 23, Leslie Corral, a freshman. We talked about and saw those players as 8th graders, coming up and playing. Number 24 is JB Rios, a sophomore, and then number 42 is Abby Schaus, a senior. So those are the 6 names on the roster that Chief turned into Max Preps early on, but has, of course, since added some names, some girls, and we'll be getting those here in just a little while. Chief Bridgeforth, head coach, Daniel Corral, the assistant coach, and Roswell JV did win the JV game that ended right before this one. 36-19 was the final score in that one. And looking at Roswell under head coach Daniel Smith, 0 is Jasmine Weathersby, a senior. Weathersby, rather. I left that other S off, a senior. Number 1 is Aaliyah Alfaro, a freshman. Number 2 is Soraya Minner, a sophomore. Number 3 is Kalea Stites, a sophomore. Number 4 is Mireya Patino, a junior. Number 5 is Vanessa Castro, a sophomore. Number 10 is Joviani Martinez, a senior. Number 20 is Abigail Morales, a junior. 21 is Aramaris Vasquez, a senior. 22 is Aaliyah Miranda, a junior. And 35 is Ariana Ortega, also a junior. Now, one name that we did not announce on the roster that people might have been expecting from us for Lovington was Malaya Castro. Well, we didn't realize until we did a Hobbs girls basketball game when they played Lubbock Cooper, it was a week ago, that Malaya Castro had moved to Lubbock with her family and before the start of the school year and is playing for Lubbock Cooper. Yeah, and we saw her in action in that game.
Losing a little bit of firepower, and that takes an already relatively short bench for Coach Bridgeforth. Yes, he's got some girls up from JV and, a chance to get an extended look at them, especially if his starters get in any kind of foul trouble or you have, unfortunately, maybe an injury or something happen. Yeah, those are, it's going to be important to see if those girls can step up and what they can do, especially early here in the season. And that's going to be important to build depth. I think, the last couple years with the Lovington girls, that's kind of been the knock on them was they just didn't have a lot of depth. And we saw that a couple of times last year when he was running a 7-girl roster for most of the season. Yeah. And he had 7 on the roster, and that was all he had. They would get in some foul trouble, and then all of a sudden they have to completely change their game and their game plan because they just had no bench to be able to come in.
And they would look like an entirely different team because they had to completely, switch what their their strategy was, what they were capable and able to do on the court with so many fouls. And so, yes, the good, it's a good news, bad news kind of thing. A smaller team is often a tighter team. You get rid of a lot of cliques and little factions within the teams, and you have to play more cohesive basketball. I saw that in volleyball with a very short, very, very, very small team on the roster for Lovington volleyball this last season. And now seeing that here, even at 11 players, that's still, you've got a relatively short bench.
The max you're allowed is 14 when you get into tournament time. I think you can carry 15 during the regular season, but you can only have 14 when it gets to playoff time. So even 11 is not at the max allowed. No. Of course, I applaud Chief Bridgeforth for, taking that chance last year and just running with 7 girls and, running, still relatively light this year. He's favoring the girls that I think work hard and are ready to make that next step. He wants them, I think, to kind of take some lumps on JV, to kind of learn some more of the basics. Before Chief came back, and this is, not a knock on anything that Lovington schools did, the girls program had basically been flushed.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was anybody's fault. I think it was just
they had a high turnover of coaches.
They had a high turnover of coaches, and I think it was kind of an institutional lack of interest, if you will.
Right.
We can look in the gym and we can see the 3 straight state championships from, not all that long ago.
Right.
And then things just kind of fell apart, and nobody quite had an idea how to get them back. Of course, Chief comes back and, starts working it back over the last 3-4 years, and it is night and day from what it was before he got back. But he's making sure that the girls he's got are ready to go. He's not just throwing a team out there and saying, okay, let's see what happens.
They're deserved to play, but as you said, they're ready to play because they worked hard, they practiced hard, and they're working in the gym, and in the training room, outside of practices. And and you've got to have that. And he's provided a sense of consistency and a program. There's more of there is a basketball program now, right? Not just a season. A season under this coach, a season under this coach, but actually a plan and some continuity from season to season, team to team, and that that benefits that any team and any program is going to benefit from that kind of approach. And he is I like a coach who is no nonsense. He expects a lot out of you. You know what to expect. You work hard, and you're going to see results. And he's. I get the feeling that, he doesn't put up with a lot of and you shouldn't, but I think he's got a definite plan for these girls and for this program. And I think he's been able to be successful in that. And we have seen improvement, over the years. What is it, the 3rd or 4th year he's been back coaching the girls basketball?
I want to say this is his 3rd year back.
I think that is true. So, well, we're going to take a break and
no, it's the 4th.
Is it 4th?
It's the
number
4th.
4 now. Okay. We're going to take a break and let you enjoy some of the sponsors, great sponsors. You see their logos on the screen as well. But we'll hear from some of our sponsors and come back. We will, of course, have another break for National Anthem, and then listen for the introduction players and try to fill out this Lady Wildcat roster a little bit more for you and figure out those players and those names. So we'll be back in just a couple of minutes with more Lady Wildcat basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and KZOR Facebook.
Listen up, Oil Patch. Aftermath Hot Oil Services is here for you. No matter what the conditions, they'll always do what it takes to get the job done. You want Aftermath on your location for hot oilers, back trucks, roustabouts, steam pressure washers, and back dragging. Just to name a few of the jobs they can do for you. These guys don't stop. Call Dominic at Aftermath Hot Oil Services, 575-200-4902 for service that never quits. 575-200-4902. Aftermath Hot Oil Services.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Lovington Municipal Schools welcomes everyone back. Students, faculty, staff, and parents. This year, show your Wildcat spirit by supporting Lovington students and their activities. While the students are working hard in their games and grades, Lovington schools are working hard for your students and parents. They have a great website full of helpful information to keep you up to date. Check out lovingtonschools.net and stay up to date with Lovington school activities and announcements. And go Cats!
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Listen up. B&B Rentals and Services has got dumpsters. Can you believe it? 30 and 40-yard dumpsters. These guys are a contractor's dream. B&B Rentals has light plants, porta-john trash trailer combos, office trailers, emergency and recovery trailers. Conveniently located in Lovington, B&B can serve you anywhere in Lee County and the surrounding area. Find B&B Rentals LLC on social media, and if you can remember the number, call 396-1722. B&B Rentals and Services.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Did you know LECO offers fiber internet to your home and business? LECO is the only local fiber internet company. This means a personal touch for local customers. Keep your internet with a local company. You won't be disappointed. LECO, keeping you connected and in control since 1954. LECO, the only local fiber internet company. Call 370-5010. Keep your internet with a local company. You won't be disappointed. Call 370-5010. LECO, keeping you connected and in control since 1954.
Go ahead. And coming back, I think I just heard a number 6, and I don't have a number 6 on the Roswell roster. Let's see. We may also have some different numbers.
No, there is no number 6
Yeah,
listed,
and I think they just announced as a starter there was a number 6, so we may have yet to compare.
There is no 6.
That's right.
If they have a starter who is not on that roster, and there is no 6 being worn down there.
And do we have a 6 from Coach McCraw's?
No, we do not.
Okay. All right, then. All right. And for your Lovington Lady Cats, we do have a few more names filled in. Thanks to Coach McCraw for sending those up to us. We now have number 3, Delilah Ruiz, listed. Number 4 is Jasmine Hernandez. There's a name we know from softball, I believe, right?
Yep.
Number 5 is Andrea Hernandez. Number 10 is Braylon Hernandez. Number 12 is Nayeli Ruiz. Number 14 is Ashlyn Borunda. Number 22 is Zoe Blackwell. Number 23 is Leslie Corral. Number 24 is J.B. Rios. And number 30 is Valeria Silva. And 42 is Abby Shaw. And your starters are going to be Braylon Hernandez. Let's see. Number 14, Ashlyn Borunda. And number 22, Zoe Blackwell. 23, Leslie Corral. And probably 42, Abby Schaus.
That will be the starters, yep.
Okay, and there's 44. There's a 44? I don't have a 40.
There's not a
no,
44.
A 24. Okay, 24.
Yeah, that was
All right, and there we go.
All right, your starters for Roswell High will be number 0, Jasmine Weathersby. Number 2, Sierra Minner. Number 10, Giovanni Martinez. Number 20, Abigail Morales. And number 21, Adamaris Vasquez.
All right, so we know our starters. We have most of the girls and their numbers listed. So
we got everybody.
I think we got it. We got it figured out, and now we're ready to tip this one off. So, and this is a pretty good crowd and a loud crowd so far tonight, and a lot of blue and white. So nice to see some good respect. I think everybody's like us. They're just anxious to see the Lady Cats in action on home court and try to root them on to victory against this 5A Roswell High crew that's coming in at 3-1 under head coach Daniel Smith. So starters for Roswell High on the court now. Lovington has broken the huddle, and it's time to get this one tipped off and underway. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle. Thanks to all of our sponsors. Thanks. I haven't actually been to, do you know if it's Evie or Tiff?
I haven't heard from either one of them.
Haven't heard. Don't know who's monitoring tonight. Let's just hope that we are on.
We were when I checked,
you
but who
can
knows?
see and hear us and see this game. Abigail Schaus tips it, but it goes into Roswell's hand. So Roswell High will have possession of the ball first, working it around the arc, moving it into the lane. They kick it back out, and a whistle sounds a travel. And so there's a first turnover against Roswell High and a chance for Lovington to take this. And that's number 10. That is Hernandez Braylon, who will inbound in front of the Lovington basket, and they're going to get it into Leslie Corral. Corral moving across the timeline under heavy traffic. A bad pass stolen away, and there's a turnover for Lovington. And a pass way down into the right corner. It goes out of bounds. So
Two
whistle
teams
sounds.
trade turnovers. As that one goes out of bounds, Lovington going to have to find an answer for Roswell pressure. And as soon as I say that, Roswell drops back and will pick them up at half court.
And so no pressure as they get the ball in. Lovington still in backcourt. Leslie Corral taking it, now driving toward the hoop and going to take it in, but she loses the handle on it. She was dribbling low, trying to keep it out of the hands, trying to keep it from being a turnover, and lost the handle on it. Roswell comes up with it. So 2 turnovers apiece for these teams, and we're just less than a minute into this one.
Roswell going tight man pressure on defense. They dropped back and they picked it up right at half court last time. Lovington needs to find a way to break that, but they're going man press, so that means you're often not going to have an open player.
Exactly, and they did in order to make that pass. A shot up from the right corner, no good, and Schaus, I believe, with the rebound.
No, that was Leslie Corral. 23.
Corral with what I know that Abby was right there.
No,
under
it was J.B. Rios. It was 24.
Okay. And
then
up
we
and
go
in.
score.
All right, and that first basket was Barunda. So Lovington is on the board, 2-0. And now a shot up in the lane for Roswell High, no good, and that came out, and that was Rios with the rebound, so 2 from her, and a quick steal, a takeaway, and a shot up and in, point blank does not go, and Rios with the rebound corrals it. Well, I know, but she corralled it, and then it went out of her control, and Corral picked it up. So Corral has it midcourt, using her name as a verb, and now turning over again. So this ball is going back and forth. Another 2 more looks at the basket for Roswell High, and they haven't been able to get one to fall.
No, and they had a wide open look a minute ago with Weathersby, and they're going to call a push foul on the rebound on Minner. That'll be her first personal, first team foul. A 2-0 game. Lovington in the lead. And just about 2 minutes gone here in the first.
It's on the floor, so Lovington inbounds just to the right of their basket. Again, no defensive pressure until midcourt here on Corral, who's been running the point for Lovington. Now passes over to Barunda. Barunda traveling in the lane, up from the left, no good. Schaus with the rebound and the putback. So nice 2 points.
Good job by Schaus. Was in good position. She didn't get out of, sometimes she tends to get a little out of sorts, but she did a good job there just getting it and putting it right back.
Yeah, stayed in position, looked much more in control than last season in that same position. And a shot up, and I think it was just a two-pointer.
Nope, it was a three.
It was a three just from beyond the arc, and that was number 20, I believe, Morales.
Yes.
So that's 3. So 4-3 is your score. Lovington with a 1-point lead. The ball up as Barunda trying to keep hold of it under defensive pressure. It pops up and out. It'll stay Lady Cat ball, and they will inbound just in front of the scorer's table. So that is going to be Braylon Hernandez who inbounds. Will get that in. Looking to get that. Goes to Jabri Rios in the left corner. A pass to Schaus, who had posted up and in. 2 more points for her and makes it 6-3. A 3-point lead for the Lady Cats.
Good job by Abby as she got in behind the defense and then just used that long frame to take the high pass and put it in.
Nice, as it was a well-practiced move and executed perfectly. Roswell High fighting for room in the lane, had to get around Schaus, but she did it, and I think that was
Vasquez, 21.
Number 21 with 2 more points makes it 6-5. Lady Cats in the lead, but just by 1 as Corral brings it down under heavy pressure. Now double teamed, fighting to stay and hang on to the ball, and it bounces out. They're going to say that Roswell High touched it or no?
Yep,
yes, under
under
defensive pressure right there. So Lovington will inbound yet again, but man, they are having fits with Roswell High's man-to-man coverage here. A pass into Schaus. She passes it off. A shot up and no good. Fighting for the rebound. Roswell High will have it, I believe.
Vasquez.
And a pass all the way down. Nice behind the back to control it. Gets a pass out, then back into the right corner. Shot up, no good. Schaus with her second rebound.
Third.
And brings it down and gets it to Barunda. She'll cross the timeline on the right. I had crossed out one of Abby's rebounds, so I put it back in there. And there's a travel and a turnover, so that's turnover number 4 for Lovington, 5 for Lovington. And I've got 3 for Roswell, or is it 4? Just 2. All right.
And a timeout going to be taken on the floor. 4:07 remaining here in the first. Lovington up 6-5.
Yep, Lovington with 1-point lead and a 1 point. Oh, this will be a full timeout, so we'll be back in 30 seconds with more Lady Wildcat basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and KZOR Facebook.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
And welcome back to Wildcat Gym. Is Roswell High in the house tonight, and it already a very tight game as Lovington jumped out with the first 2 points on the board by Ashlyn Barunda, and since adding 4 more, Abigail Schaus, and a 3-pointer for Morales for Roswell and 2 from Vasquez makes it 6-5 with 4:07 left in a fast-moving first quarter. Low scoring, but fast-moving, and a lot of turnovers already in this one, TJ.
7 combined turnovers for the 2 teams as out of the Lovington timeout, it will be Roswell ball. They've both got to find a way to control it just a little bit better.
So Roswell High will inbound. Again, no pressure on them in the backcourt by
they
Lovington.
drop back in a 2-3 zone defense.
And so setting up to guard the paint. Roswell High will just go ahead and try to pop another tray from the right wing. It does not fall.
Yes, it does.
Oh, it goes in. I thought it went in and out, and that was Barunda.
That was Morales with the 3.
Yep. And Morales with 2 trays now. A shot up by Lovington from the left, no good. Fight for it. It gets tipped out of bounds, I think, last touch by Lovington.
Yeah, as Schaus goes down, as she and Vasquez collided, coming over onto the near side of the paint. Both of them going down hard. Lovington will keep the basketball, and I don't know why my camera keeps wanting to drift away there.
Roswell High has a 2-point lead right now, 8-6 with 3.5 minutes left to play in this first quarter. All right, girls are up. Accounted for. Lovington will have the ball. And that's going to be Braylon Hernandez to inbound just to the left of the basket. She gets it to Schaus. No room. Schaus has to kick it out. She does to Corral. Corral drives the lane, puts it up off the backboard. Does not fall. There's an in and out. And Roswell with the rebound.
That was Morales.
That's Abigail Morales, who has 6 points in the game. She drives in the lane. A bounce pass, no good. Good defense by Lovington. And then a three-point shot up, no good. And Corral has a
Blackwell,
rebound.
22.
Was it Blackwell? Okay.
Yep.
All right. And she's going to drive in and then kick it out. Oh, and just not quite ready for the pass was number 22. And
Blackwell.
that is Blackwell. Number 22, Zoe Blackwell.
6 turnover for Lovington. Need to contain that.
Roswell will have it again. They'll inbound, and Lovington dropping back in the 3-2 zone. No defensive pressure in the backcourt. Oh, and then there's a bad pass, but Roswell High, another player there to pick it up, save that. They're going to pass outside the arc. Think about the three. No room for it. A drive in top of the, and there is a shot again. That's Morales.
Yep, and takes that one from the free throw line and makes it a 4-point Roswell lead.
10-6 is the score with just over 2.5 minutes left to go in this first. And Lovington needs to answer those points as quickly as they can. Corral's got it, but man, she has somebody in her face. Now gives it off to Barunda. Barunda travels the lane, tries to get shot up and go, and doesn't work. There is a rebound by Lovington.
By Barunda, and then she's fouled. She'll head to the line for 2.
And she put it back up and hit the bottom of the backboard, and then she gets hammered.
They're going to call that on Morales. That'll be her first personal, second team foul.
So Barunda will go. This is the first trip to the line for anybody.
One of those games
in the
Dexter tournament, Barunda had 26. She can light it up if she gets going.
And her first one is up and good. Falls. So Barunda, who scored the first 2 points in this game, adds another one here at the free throw line, and she can make it 4 points for herself in the game so far right here. And looking at that is Jasmine Weathersby, who has just done really good defensive pressure for Roswell on a lot of the players, especially Corral, whoever's running the point for Lovington. And the second one falls as well. So now it's a 2-point game. Lovington trailing. 10-8 is your score here with just a little over 2 minutes left. Roswell is slowing the pace down just a little bit, passing outside of the arc, thinks about the three, passes it over, driving in with a shot up, no good, and Schaus fights for it. I thought it was going to be a jump ball, but she gets control of it, so she'll get that rebound and passes it off to Barunda. Barunda drives in, passes it off to, was that Blackwell? Corral. Corral takes a shot, no good. And grabbing the rebound was number 24, Rios. And then the little alley-oop shot up and good.
And she's fouled.
And she is fouled. So Rios with nice work there.
So call that on Minner. That'll be her second personal.
So 2 points ties it up, and a chance to break that tie at the line is Jabri Rios.
And Jabri, a good job to go through traffic and to get that, to put up just a little wing and a prayer shot.
She fought.
Got it down.
She fought through it, and that one's no good. Fight for the rebound. Roswell will come up with it. Taking it all the way down. They pass it off in the corner. Going to bring it back out. Shoot, stopping with a three-point attempt from the left side is Abigail Morales. That's her third.
Vasquez, 21.
Vasquez. That's her first tray. But she has 7 points in the game and makes it a 13-10 ball game with Roswell High ahead. And that is number 22, Blackwell, with the ball. Almost stolen away, a pass. They get it into Schaus. Schaus, no room to take a point-blank shot. So she kicks it out to Barunda. Barunda from way downtown to WNBA 3 from almost mid-court. And that ties it up, 13 all. Roswell going to take their time. Outside the arc, going to pass it up to the top of the arc now. Lovington. Defense, now they're going to travel a little bounce pass into the lane to Weathersby. Weathersby kicks it out. A three-point shot from the right wing up, no good, and that's Barunda with the rebound. She's going to bring it across the timeline, right side, getting double-teamed, works it in, puts up a shot, trying to get it off the backboard, that is. It doesn't go, but she gets fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line, and you want Ashlyn Barunda at the free throw line. Her percentages at the line are very good for Lovington.
And they're going to whistle that one on Jasmine Martinez, her first personal, 4th team foul, and so Barunda at the line for 2.
Joviani Martinez, not
Number
Jasmine.
10.
Yeah, that's Joviani. Yeah, Jasmine is ours. All right.
Barunda gets the first one.
She does, and she made both of hers her first time. Schaus comes out to some applause, and going in, did not see who was going in.
I believe
think
that was Zoe Blackwell back in.
All right, second one is up and good as well. Barunda, 4 points at the free throw line, and she's leading all scorers for Lovington right now as well. 15-13, Lovington with the 2-point lead back in charge of this one, at least temporarily, as it would be good for them to try to stretch it out here. A shot up, no good. Fight for the rebound. It goes out of bounds, and there is a push foul that's going to be called on.
Call that on Maria Patino, her first personal 15 foul, and so that'll put Lovington in the bonus. And they're going to say nobody had control,
Nope,
so it should
it's a
just be an
floor.
inbound. So
It's on the floor.
nope,
and
they're going to say no control, and so
Okay.
Lovington in the bonus. So we'll take free throws.
All right, so we will see. It'll be Barunda going to the line again.
She's already got 9 points in the first quarter.
Just under 24 seconds left in this first quarter. 15-13, Lovington leading Roswell High. And first shot is up and good. Nothing but net. Nice spin on it. And that is free throw number 5 for Barunda.
10 points for Barunda in the first quarter.
And you've got Rios with 2 points and Schaus with 4. That one's good as well. Swish, making it 17-13. Lovington opening up a 4-point lead just before halftime. Roswell, cross timeline left side. Good defensive pressure. Pass over to the right wing. Weathersby passing over to the left corner. Good defense by Lovington as they back out. Less than 5 seconds left, looking for the shot. The ball was loose on the floor. Nice work as 24, Jabri Rios grabs and puts a hand on it and rolls around, kills all but just under 1 second of the clock. And the ball goes, jump ball, and Lovington's got it. 1 second on the clock, and that's it. As the ref, the buzzer didn't sound, but the ref did look up and whistle it dead. And the end of the first quarter, and Lovington is leading 17-13. We'll be back with more Lady Wildcats. Ashlyn Barunda with her points in this game so far, surpassing the 1,000 mark.
Wow.
Is that what they
I
said?
believe that's what they said.
Her high school career mark. That's amazing. So congratulations to her. 17-13. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the second quarter. More Lady Wildcat basketball coming up.
NMJC, success through learning. My future's looking brighter. My life's an open door. New Mexico Junior College gave me the chance I was looking for. Affordable education designed to fit my needs. Now every day is filled with opportunity. NMJC, success through learning. NMJC.
At nmjc.edu.
And welcome back to Lady Wildcat Basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and KZOR Facebook. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle, and welcome in. It was a fast-moving first quarter until toward the end. We started getting some action at the free throw line, and that was good news for the Lady Cats because they came from behind to tie it up. Then they went ahead, and now they have a 4-point lead, mostly based on Ashlyn Barunda with a tray and a bucket, and then 6 points at the free throw line. So let's get this second quarter underway. Roswell inbounds at midcourt. They pass around the arc on the left side. Thinking about the three. Lovington with some good defensive pressure, keeping them outside the paint. Now that driving in and passing it off. There's a 3-point attempt from a player just in the game.
Patino.
I think for the first, she hasn't seen much time. She drew a foul, and she's back in. So a 3-pointer now makes it 17-16.
Set a screen for her, and she let it fly, and then another turnover for Lovington. That'll be their 7th. So gotta clean that up. 7 turnovers to 3, but
Yep.
Lovington dominating on the boards. 10 rebounds to just 3 in that first quarter.
So 7, just right at 7.5 minutes left in the second quarter. And Roswell High will inbound. Lovington set up in the 3-2 zone. Trying to keep him out of the paint, so no defensive pressure as they move it in. And Roswell High gonna Take it around the arc. They've got some three-point shooters. This was not a three-pointer. It went up, banked off, and the rebound is controlled. I think that was Vasquez. They kick it back out from the top of the arc. Vasquez with a shot up, no good, and fighting for the rebound was Schaus, but she loses it to Patino. So Patino, Roswell High will maintain control. They get it to Weathersby. She drives the lane and then pops the ball out, and then the teams trade turnovers very quickly. Patino getting it back. Thinks about a shot at the top of the arc. No time to take it. Passing it off. It's knocked out of bounds by Barunda. It'll stay Roswell High ball, and it'll be Weathersby to inbound in front of the Lovington student section. So Roswell with a lot of looks here, as there is Patino with a three, a really flat angle. I didn't think that was going to go in, but that's her second tray. And now Roswell High has gone ahead, 19-17 here. Barunda with the ball, trying to bank it off, no good. Fight for the rebound. Patino's got it, her second. Alfaro's got it, sorry, her first. Roswell bringing it down, moving it around. They pass it into the lane, a shot up, no good. A whistle sounds. Barunda goes up for the rebound. She gets it, but what happened, I think, before that, there was a whistle.
Equipment down there for Weathersby to tie her shoe.
And, yeah, she was limping just a little bit. So timeout, and it will be Lovington's basketball since they had control of it when the whistle sounded. So we're back in motion. Barunda inbounds it. Gets it over to Corral. She'll run the point. Cross the timeline, left side. Getting worked on by Weathersby. Pass it to Barunda. Barunda with a shot at the top of the arc. Banks it. Fight for the rebound. Roswell High will control. Now that is Petit. That's Alfaro again. That's her second. Alfaro brings it out. Now gets it back. And now a three-point shot is up and good. Alfaro hitting from three-pointers. Man, Roswell High has some shooters, some three-point shooters.
Run to start this second quarter has flipped the script.
22-17, a 5-point lead for Roswell High. Lovington's got to make up that difference quickly if they can. They can't afford to get in the hole as they pass it off. Barunda getting double-teamed. A hand on her shoulder. They finally call the foul, I think. They will.
Yep, they're going to whistle that one on Weathersby. Her first personal. First team foul in the quarter is on the floor.
So Lovington will inbound, and that's going to be Braylon Hernandez who will do that in front of the home crowd in Lovington's end. She tries to pass it to Rios. It gets knocked away out of bounds. It'll stay Lovington basketball.
Flying over there was Morales who just knocked that one out. You're going to have to get it in quickly against this pressure.
And they do. They get it into Corral. She'll run around, leave it off for Barunda. Barunda out near the timeline now, drives in, gets it to Rios. Rios back to Barunda. Now she drives across the baseline, puts it up, and there's a whistle that sounds. She gets fouled again. The shot nowhere near going in. So she will go to the free throw line.
They're going to call that on Miller. That'll be your Minner. Her third personal, second team foul. And Barunda back at the line to try and get Lovington's first notch in the second quarter.
She is. I hope I'm not going to. I'm going to wait to say this. She was a perfect 6 for 6 at the line, and that one went in. So she'll have another shot at it. Roswell with a couple of subs.
Yeah, they're going to have to pull Minner out, and they are putting Martinez back in.
Okay, that's Giovanni Martinez.
Yep.
So Barunda making the first one. Have another shot at it. 22-18 your score right now. And now that goes in as well. 22-19. Lovington back within 3 with just a little over 5 minutes left to play in this second quarter here at Wildcat Gym. Roswell High moves the ball down quickly. They bounce pass into the lane, and having to go all the way across the baseline and out the other side, and then draws a foul.
They're going to call it on Barunda. They're going to call the hold. That's just the first team foul in the whole game on Lovington.
They've been playing very cleanly. Pass over to Weathersby. A shot up from the lane is blocked by Rios and taken away.
Blocked by Schaus, and Rios gets it.
And passed back over to Barunda from way downtown outside the right arc. Barunda, her second tray of the game, makes it 22-22. We're all tied up. Some pretty good firepower by both teams here. An exciting game as Roswell High works it around the outside of the arc. And then there's that Alfaro comes in.
Yeah, it was Alfaro who got fouled. They're going
Yeah.
to call the hack foul.
She was trying to cut across the top of the arc, moving the ball.
And they're going to get that one on Barunda. That'll be her second quick personal.
that's-
Chief griping about it a little bit.
Yeah, he's not happy about that call. They inbound it, top of the arc. Roswell High moving it around, trying to muscle through the lane, trying to pass it. No room. Good defense by Lovington. Now they get it back out. Morales has got it. She'll move it all the way over to the left. Thinks about the three, then gets it to Weathersby. Weathersby passes it off in the corner. Again, a bad pass is going to go out of bounds, and Lovington will have the ball.
And that'll be the sixth turnover on Roswell High.
Yeah, they had only, two of them in the first quarter?
Three.
Three in the first quarter? All
Yes.
right.
And 3 at the halfway mark of this second gives them 6 total.
So that is number 22. That is Zoe Blackwell moving across the timeline.
23,
and then,
that's Corral.
Oh, it's Corral. Thought it was 22. She
But
moves
she
it across the
steps
timeline, and then she stepped on the
Sideline.
sideline and stepped out of bounds, and another turnover. And I've got that as 9 for Lovington. Roswell High with the ball, moving it around, a pass into the lane, and they kick it right back out. Good defensive pressure. Oh, and a bounce pass. It does get picked off, but then it's stolen right back as Corral picked it off, and then it was stolen right back, and then Roswell with an attempted basket doesn't fall, and was that Barunda with the rebound? That's what I saw. Barunda takes it down, a shot up. It's an air ball, falls short, and it will go out of bounds. Roswell High's ball. So we're still tied 22 all with 3:26 left to play in this second quarter as Roswell High slow the pace just a bit. Another three-point attempt from the left arc doesn't go, and Jabri Rios reaches up, grabs another rebound. I've got that 4 for her. Is that more?
That is what I've got.
Okay. Leaves it off for Corral. Corral worked on by Weathersby, temporarily stolen, and then Corral gets it right back. Weathersby also, and they pass it, almost lose it. Jabri Rios saves it, gets it back to Barunda. Barunda in the left corner, drives across, and the ball's taken away. No foul, no whistle. Lovington wanted one, or thought one, expected one, did not get it. Now Giovanni Martinez with the ball, and now they're going to say a palm ball. I didn't know if it was a travel, or I saw him gesture, but then the top rail was in the way here. So it'll be a turnover for Roswell High. Give it back to Lovington. They catch a break here, but it does come off of good defensive pressure. And in the game is number 4. That is Jasmine Hernandez. She inbounds it. Corral will take it across timeline, getting worked on by Weathersby. It's knocked away by Weathersby, goes out of bounds. It'll stay Lovington ball. And it'll be Jabri Rios who inbounds from just beside the scorer's table. Inbounds to Corral, almost stolen by Weathersby. Corral drives into the lane, puts up a little floater, and it falls. And that's the first points of the game for Leslie Corral. 2 points, breaks the tie, 24-22. Lovington with the 2-point lead. Momentarily, just under 2.5 left to play in the second quarter. That is Vasquez moving the ball around in the right corner. Bounce pass, and then a turnaround. Does not fall, and that's number 4, Jasmine Hernandez grabbing the rebound and leaves it off for Corral, who runs the point across the timeline left side. Weathersby working on her. She's a little spin move in the lane. Turnaround jumper falls, and she draws the foul. Wow, nice work by Leslie Corral. Quickly, 2 more points, and now a 4-point lead for Lovington. And that's going to send Corral to the line. They're going to call that on Weathersby, her second foul.
So Corral now with the chance for 3 the old-fashioned way.
Yep, she dumped in her 4th point of the game and now can make it 5 here at the free throw line. 26-22 your score, 2:07 left in the second quarter. A spin is out, hits it, and Schaus trying to get the rebound, reaches over, and they're going to call a foul, her first on her.
Yep, she
It'll
goes
be
over
on the
the
floor
back.
though. Yep.
Can't do that.
So Roswell High will have it. They'll inbound. Lovington in the 3-2 zone. No defensive pressure as Roswell brings it down. Right side. Backing up into the right corner. Good defensive pressure by Jabri Rios. A pass over to the left side. And that's, I believe, Patino leaves it off. A shot up from the lane, no good, but a second look for Roswell. And they pass it around, and then a little alley-oop from the lane, no good. Schaus gets it. So Schaus with the rebound. A minute 35 left. Lovington with the 4-point lead here. Corral running the point. Loses a handle on it. Keeps control. A pass, a bad, I'm not sure who that was for. It went right in the lane to one of two Roswell players. And Roswell will pop a shot from the top of the arc. It doesn't go. Schaus grabs a rebound, and I've got that as her 6th rebound. Leaves it off for Corral, running the point across the timeline, left side. Loses the handle, gets it back. Good defensive pressure by Roswell here, smothering Corral. She can't get it anywhere. She's trying to leave it off for Jasmine Hernandez and cannot. It goes out of bounds, so it'll be a turnover for Lovington. That's their 10th turnover.
13th.
Ooh, 13th. All right, I'm a little behind writing those down. Just under 59 seconds left, and Roswell High's got the ball. They'll inbound it midcourt. Taking it over to the left side. A pass, a 3-point attempt on the way. That's about the 3rd one that Alfaro has made. That's her 2nd 3-pointer, but from the very same place that she popped the other one. So 3-pointer, that's how Roswell has stayed in this one. They are only trailing by a point, 30 seconds left, 26-25. Oh, a 3-point shot up from the left. That was what, Corral? Leslie Corral with her first 3-pointer of the game. She's got 7 in the game now, 29-25. Lovington.
7 3-pointers for Roswell High. 21 of their 24 have come from beyond the arc.
A 4-point lead for Lovington, but Roswell High with the ball. Passing out near timeline. Now driving into the lane. Vasquez loses the handle on it. Corral all over it, picks it up, and at the buzzer, sends one up. No good. Hits the backboard and bounces out. But Corral with a steal, another steal, and another turnover for Roswell High. At halftime, 29-25. Lovington led at the end of the first quarter by 4, and now at halftime they have another 4-point lead. An exciting, quick-moving first half of basketball here at Wildcat Gym. We'll be back with more Lady Wildcat basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Z94 KZOR Facebook.
Norlee General Hospital supports all Lee County High School athletic programs and is proud to bring you this live play-by-play action. Norlee Hospital knows your health needs should be taken seriously, which is why their physicians are always first to react. Why choose another hospital when you can have one right at home with Norlee General Hospital? Call Norlee at 396-6611 or come by for a visit and talk to their staff and bring back that state title.
From early mornings to late nights, JBW Solutions delivers expert industrial safety services and training to protect lives, ensure compliance, and build a strong safety culture. JBW Solutions helps workers stay safe and prepared every shift, every site, every day. If safety is first for you and your company, and it should be, call today, 860-460-4398. JBW Solutions, LLC. Do the right thing. Make the call. You may just save a life. 860-460-4398.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
Commitment runs deep. For 45 years, Double R Pipe and Supply has been working alongside you, providing long-lasting service and support for our oil industry and community. Double R is full-service pipe sales and rental with EMI and hydro testing and CNC threading, known to deliver when others couldn't. Double R Pipe and Supply is about integrity, dedication, and innovation. They are strong supporters of our youth, academics, and athletics. Double R Pipe and Supply says, go, fight, win. Let's go, Wildcats!
For 75 years, the Gandy family has been providing outstanding, well-rounded, and diversified services in our oil field community, as well as our proud hometown communities in Lovington and Tatum. Gandy Corporation's family work environment for over 50 members inspires the best in all of us to rise to the top and do our personal best. The Gandy Corporation family is a strong supporter of Lee County's youth and the biggest fan of the Lovington Wildcats. Let's go Wildcats!
Lovington Wildcat
Commitment
fans,
run.
are you ready for the battle? For all your BOP nipple-ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Call today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics.
Welcome back to Lady Wildcat Basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube, on HobbsAmerica.com and KZOR Facebook. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle, and we've got a barn burner, a good game. It's been back and forth, and some exciting, especially three-point, shooting on display tonight for both teams. The Lovington girls led at the end of the first quarter, 17-13. Now they're ahead 29-25 at half. And looking at Roswell High, taking my stats and checking them against TJ's and doing some correcting here and there. You've got Alfaro with 6 points, 2 rebounds. Patino with 6 points, 1 rebound. You've got Morales leading the Roswell scoring with 8 points and a rebound, and then Vasquez with 5 points and 3 rebounds. So you have 4 players basically in the stats for Roswell High. It's interesting because you've got all those trays. Alfaro with 2 trays, Patino with 2 trays, Morales with 2 trays, and Vasquez with 1. And those players are in the stats. You also have Weathersby, Minner, and Martinez with fouls, but no points and no rebounds. But certainly, quite a few turnovers as Roswell High started off very cleanly and picked up a lot more turnovers as the game progressed. With I've got them for the 8, is that right? 9. Okay, 9. So 9 total for Roswell High. And for Lovington, your scoring right now, Ashlyn Barunda is leading Lovington. She's leading all scorers too. 16 points and 2, 4, 6, 8 of those from the free throw line. She had 3 rebounds to go along with her 16 points. Then you've got Leslie Corral coming in with 7 points, 2 steals, and a rebound. And then you have Abby Schaus with 4 points, 6 rebounds, and a block. You have Jabri Rios with 2 points, 4 rebounds, and a block. Then you have Zoe Blackwell with a rebound and Jasmine Hernandez with a rebound. So, and when you look at the stats, again, most of the stats are coming from 4 or 5 players for Lovington as well. You've got Barunda, Leslie Corral, Jabri Rios, and Abby Schaus. Those 4 main players doing most of the scoring and the rebounding, with a couple of rebounds, from a couple of the other players coming in. And there were, I had 10 turnovers for Lovington, and TJ corrected me. There were 13. They ended up with 13 turnovers in that first half. But I know that you'll come along and give us all of the stats from the free throw line, as well as some of the others that I didn't cover, TJ.
Well, and on the free throw, Roswell High didn't get a free throw in the entire first half. So 0 for 0 from the free throw line. They had 7 rebounds collectively as a team, 13 points in the first, 12 in the second. That's how they get to their 25 on the board. For your Lovington Lady Cats, 80% from the free throw line, all of them from Ashlyn Barunda. They go 8 of 10 from the charity stripe. They did win the rebounding battle 16 as a team, so 16-7 there. Lost the turnover battle, though, 13 turnovers Yeah, when you give a team that many more opportunities, it's sometimes hard to stay out in front. I would expect to see Chief Bridgeforth, work on that. Part of that was just the pressure. I'm not sure the Lady Cats came out expecting that pressure. When they started moving the ball a little bit, that's when they got some open looks. That's when Leslie Corral and Ashlyn Barunda were able to take those threes in that second quarter, did a good job. They've pretty much just blown their screens, as a couple of times Jay Barrios and Abby Schaus have come out to screen off the Roswell player, and Lovington just kind of stood there like, oh, this is a screen, what do I do with it? And so when you just stand there, you don't move, you don't know where to go, or you freeze up. It lets the Roswell player come around because Schaus and Rios can't move. That's a moving screen, and that's illegal.
So it opens up the lanes all around that player.
Yeah, and so they can just come in and attack, and then they can't go forward because the screen's been set.
Right. So it traps Lovington.
It traps Lovington in a bad position.
Yeah.
So I would expect to see maybe Chief Bridgeforth mentioning something about that. It's like, hey, when you get the screen, pick a left, pick a right, go somewhere.
Right.
And, continue to move the ball quickly and move it around. Find those open looks, find the open shots at the basket. Roswell's done a good job. They've clogged up everything. They've seen the film on what Lovington wants to do, and they've really kept the inside and the paint clear. Abby has gotten in a couple of times and has been able to get a couple of shots off, but for the most part, they are seeing that Abigail's going into the low post, and they're moving girls back, and then just
take
and then
the
deciding
three-pointers.
if you want to take the shot, take it. But they're doing a good job rushing out to where the ball goes to get in the face of the shooter too.
Right.
So I would expect Roswell to continue to do a lot of the same in the second half.
And Lovington's really got to do a better job of trying to keep a hand in the face. But when you've got more than a lot of times, teams will have one or two players that are three-point specialists. So it's easy to kind of zero in on them and try to keep a hand in their face and try to keep them from taking that open look from three-point territory. Well, when you've got four girls who are shooting the lights out of you from three-point range, it's a lot harder to do. It's a lot harder because anybody they pass off to can take a position outside the arc and make the shot. So that is. I think that Lovington being up by 4 at this point against a team that is doing such a good job, especially with the three-point shooting, it is good. But 4 points is 4 points. It can win you the game at the end, but it doesn't feel comfortable against a team that can clip that 4 points into 1 point with one of their patented three-pointers.
Well, it could, and you got to remember this is a Roswell team that has beaten Gadsden, they've beaten Carlsbad, and those are both other 5A teams, and then they knocked off Artesia. Now, I'm not sure what all the circumstances were with that one. Now, when they faced Albuquerque Academy, who's a team Lovington could very well see further down the road in the playoffs, they got pretty much run out of the gym, 56-29. So they're kind of an up and down team. So it's time for Lovington to take advantage of those downs and see if they can go ahead and stretch this lead out and then hang on down the stretch. And it will be Lovington ball to start the half.
And Roswell beat Artesia, but only by 5 points. So that's not a big margin against a team like Artesia, even though Artesia is a lower classification. So it will be Lovington to inbound near midcourt, and that's going to be Braylon Hernandez to get it down. A fast break as they get it to Barunda. She drives the lane, tries a bit of a shot from the left. It won't go. She gets her own rebound, and the putback is good, and she draws the foul.
So a quick 2 points for Lovington.
And actually, it didn't go.
Like,
it did not. Oh, it did, but they haven't put it up.
I don't know why.
Yeah, there he goes. There they go.
It.
Yeah, it's. I thought it did, but then when they didn't put it up, I thought, okay, I didn't see that.
And they're going to whistle that one on Weathersby, her third personal.
And Weathersby, and the second one, falls out.
First one.
First one did. Falls out. Yeah, just the end one. Of course, you've got the two, trying for the three-pointer the old-fashioned way. So that's the first free throw, and there's a takeaway as a turnover for Roswell in the hands of Barunda, and a little alley-oop shot. That one goes up and in off the backboard, so she decided, you know what, I missed my first free throw of the day. I think I'll just steal the ball and get it down there and get 2 points another 2 points, and she does.
And Coach Daniel Smith says, okay, let's take the timeout.
That's right, because really Lovington came out ready to get that ball and move quickly, doing some of the things that we noticed and that you talked about at halftime, really moving the ball quicker transitions in and out, not letting Roswell get in and trap you up.
Yeah, on the opening inbound, Ashlyn did a good job as she streaked down the sideline, and Braylon saw her, tossed it to her, and she went right to the hoop and went hard to the hoop, and Weathersby, in desperation to get back, fouls her, count the bucket and the foul. Missed the free throw, but you're not going to complain. I mean, 20 points, and we've still got, 20 minutes left in this ball game. So.
Yeah, 33-25 your score if you're just joining us. We're just going to keep it right here through this first timeout of the second half. We're barely into the second half. Lovington leading that at halftime, 29-25. Now has gone on a 4-point run, and in just a matter of seconds, not much clock off, has made it a 33-25 lead. Has stretched out an 8-point lead as the most either team has had in this entire ball game so far, TJ.
Well, it has. The biggest one before that was 5 points by Lovington. So now it'll be up to Roswell High to see if they can find a little bit of mojo here, taking the quick timeout after a quick turnover and another bucket for Lovington.
And it'll be their ball to inbound again. Lovington dropping back in that 3-2 zone, just going to set up, try to keep him out of the paint. Now the only thing that doesn't help when you got 3-point shooters. A bounce pass into the top of the key, a turnaround jumper. It does not fall. Good defense by Abby Schaus there. And the rebound actually was Barunda. So Barunda passing, and they pass to Schaus. It goes in and out of her hands and back into Roswell's hands. So there's another turnover for Lovington. And Roswell High will have it, crossing the timeline, a little spin move. And a jumper, not from 3-point range. Weathersby trying to get the rebound, but it is controlled by Rios. She'll pass it up to Corral, who drops back, simply come back, pass it off to Barunda. She drives in, no room at the end, has to pass it off, leaves it off. Now all the way over to the right, near the right corner to Rios. Rios, no room, bounce pass into Barunda in the lane. The ball's up loose. Rios gets it back and kicks it out to Hernandez. Hernandez back to Barunda. Barunda getting worked on by Weathersby, now drives the lane, tries to put a shot up and is fouled. And both girls, Barunda and whoever fouled her, ends up on the floor. Barunda getting up a little slower.
Yeah, they're going to whistle that one on Morales. Her second personal, second team foul on Roswell High. As things getting a little sloppy there for Lovington, they just kind of batted it around, got very lucky that Roswell wasn't able to scoop something up and go down the other way.
So Barunda back at the line where she's only missed one tonight. She took a hard fall, but she came up with a nice spinner, nothing but hoop, nothing but net on that. Hits the hoop, and that is only one miss at the free throw tonight for her. She'll get a second shot at it. Good to see that didn't. Oh, and this one falls out, and that is her second miss at the line. I started to say it was good that she recovered a quick pass in, and then a little jumper does not fall, but Roswell High with the rebound, and that was Vasquez with her fourth rebound.
Fifth.
And makes it 34-27. Lovington with a 7-point lead as they get it into Barunda. Barunda in that left corner, turn around, spin move in the lane, and she is going to draw a foul.
And that'll be on Weathersby. That'll be her fourth personal, third team foul. And I thought, yep, they're going to put Barunda on the line. She was driving the lane.
Yeah,
they haven't really had an answer for Barunda in this one. They've really, I think, concentrated on Schaus. They've usually got 2, maybe 3 girls around her, and it has opened up things for Barunda.
For Barunda and she has taken that and run with it. She's got quickness. She's in the right place at the right time. Good high basketball IQ, and from the line back to swish. So another one she has just been deadly at the free throw line.
22 points overall in the ball game.
That is one of those basketball skills you can practice all by yourself. And a lot of coaches will point to that and say there's no reason why we should all be shooting well over 50% at the free throw line. And she sinks that one as well. Opening up that lead again, a 9-point lead for Lovington now, 36-27 with 5:51 left in this third quarter. Roswell High going to inbound, walk it across the timeline. Lovington dropping into that 3-2 zone.
Actually switch to 1-3-1.
Switch to, 1-3-1. I saw that just as I said that. Look down. There's a three-point attempt from outside the arc, no good. And Jabri Rios with the rebound. Rios has really been good on the boards for Lovington in this game. A pass was intended for Schaus. It falls out of her hand, but stays a Lovington basketball. Corral trying to drive the lane, no room. She's getting double teamed on that, double coverage.
Again, Abby under intense pressure.
And of course, Corral under intense pressure, which is why she ended up losing the ball. It got stripped away, kind of stolen away from her. Another Lovington turnover. And a three-pointer up from the left corner is good. It rattles home. And that was Morales, not Vasquez. And that's her third
a bad push foul on Lovington.
And that's her third three-pointer for Morales, makes it 36-30, that is. And then the foul is going to be on number 22. That is Zoe Blackwell. That's her first foul.
And it's a turnover, too.
And another three-pointer on the way as an air ball. It'll go out of bounds, so that will be a Roswell turnover.
So Lovington getting a lucky break there. Roswell just tossed it in and tossed it up. Didn't even set and try to shoot.
That's right.
And find a better, higher percentage shot. So Lovington dodging the bullet on the foul and the turnover on the inbound.
Yeah, you would think that they would go ahead, instead of just trying to take that three-point shot, go ahead and set something up. Lovington will take it, though. Corral takes it all the way, puts a shot up from the right outside of the blocks, and it does not go. Fight for the rebound, going to be controlled by Roswell. Passing over to the left corner, and now that is Morales. A bounce pass in the lane, and that is picked off. It's going to be another turnover for Roswell.
Partially blocked by Schaus, and she gets nailed and no foul.
No foul, but she puts a shot up. It does not go, and Roswell with the rebound all the way downtown. And now a little turnaround pass into the lane, and it bounces off of a couple of players. And finally, taking a three-point shot, in and out, fight for the rebound. Roswell's got it. Second look at the basket. This is just a two-pointer, and that was Pitino. 8 points in the game, makes it 36-32, back down to a 4-point lead for Lovington. Just under 4 minutes left in this third quarter, as Corral will have it, getting pressured by Pitino. Takes it around left arc, double coverage into Schaus, top of the key. Pass into Zoe Blackwell. She puts a shot up from the right side, doesn't fall, and Roswell High with the rebound. They'll take it. That is Vasquez bringing it down.
Yep.
And a three-point shot from the right wing up, no good, and Roswell High with the rebound. Again, that's Vasquez, and that one is up and good. So rebound and the putback is good, and now a 2-point lead for Lovington. Chief Bridgeforth wants to take a timeout. He has said, wow, we were up by 7, now we're only up by 2.
9.
Up by 9, that's right. Up by 9, and now we're only up by 2. Timeout, 3:20 left in the third. 36-34. Both these teams trading points, trading comebacks, trading surges and momentum, and we'll be back with more Lady Wildcat basketball from Wildcat Gym in 30 seconds.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Welcome back to Lady Wildcat basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Z94 KZWare Facebook. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle, and out of the Lovington timeout, it is 36-34. Lovington at one point had a 9-point lead in this third quarter. They led after the first 17-13, led at half 29-25, and came out playing like their hair was on fire, making some good adjustments against Roswell, and got the lead up to 9 points at one time. Roswell came storming back, and now Lovington up by 2. Let's see what they figured out.
Lovington got a little bit content there, and all of a sudden got a little bit sloppy, and they're still a little bit sloppy. A turnover out of the timeout.
That's right.
As Chief just puts his hand on his head like,
we
just talked about this.
Right. So Corral with losing the handle on the ball, a turnover. And Roswell High with it. A pass into the right corner. No three-pointer. Instead, they're going to pass around the arc into the left side, into the left corner. Martinez with a shot up, no good. Roswell High with a rebound. Second look, no good. And that time it was Marunda with the rebound. Lovington brings it all the way down and gets close.
And got clipped 3 or 4 times going to the hoop. Finally, they whistle it.
They do, as the ball goes out of bounds off the leg, and Barunda, limping just a little bit, will go to the line, and they're going to call that on Alfaro.
It'll be her first personal, 4th team foul against Roswell High, as they've gotten a lot more physical.
As Barunda had 16 points at the end of the first half, and a lot of those coming from the free throw line, and her first attempt here sinks. So she's got another one, 37-34 now, trying to open up a little more daylight between Lovington and Roswell High, and she does. Nothing but net on that, so 2 more from the free throw line. 38-34 now. Roswell High with a little more urgency across the timeline, right side, but Lovington keeping them out of the paint. Passing around outside of the arc, out to Patino, then back to Morales. Now Vasquez. And a shot up, no good. It's going to bounce out uncontrolled on the court and come up. Blackwell comes up with it. So Lovington will get it. They leave it off for Corral, driving in all the way into the paint. A jumper, nice little floater, pulls up and pops the trigger. And Corral with 2 more points.
9 points in the ball game for Corral.
40-34, Lovington up by 6. There's a pass in the lane, a point-blank shot from the left side, no good. And was that Silva with the rebound? And now Barunda, Ashlyn Barunda cuts loose with a 3-point attempt. It doesn't fall, and off the backboard, Roswell High with another rebound. They'll control it. Get it in to Martinez. Martinez will pass through the lane looking for Patino, but it goes out. Patino, she overthrows Patino. Can't get to it in time. Goes out, so another turnover for Roswell High. Give it to Lovington. Lovington up by 6 here. 1:33 left in the third as they'll inbound. And this time Roswell, no defensive pressure again. Corral going to walk it across the timeline finally. Now driving into the left, driving into the lane, loses a handle on it. Ball loose on the court. A whistle sounds.
Call the
and
travel.
They're going to call the travel on Corral. Just getting a... So another turnover. I've got that, what is that, 17 for
19.
Lovington? 19 now. Ouch. Okay. 13 in the first half. 1:10 left, and Roswell High just going to kind of burn a little clock. I don't know why. They're down by 6, but they're just keeping it out of the hands of Lovington. Driving in, looking for a shot. Little jumper, no good. Fight for the rebound. 2 girls go up, 1 body falls. A whistle sounds, and who are they going to call? Push foul?
And they're going to get Silva on that, I think. Yep, that'll be her first personal. 2nd team foul on Lovington, and it'll put Vasquez at the line.
And
1 point and 1 rebound away from a double-double.
Yep. As she had 5 points and 3 rebounds at half. She's added 2 points and a couple of rebounds since then, and the first one is good.
So she's got the points part. She's got 10 now.
And she needs the rebounds. So 40-35, just under 57 seconds left to play in this third quarter. And that one's up and rattles home as well.
First free throws of the ball game for Roswell High.
Pass down, Barunda driving the lane, trying to put up a shot from the right, and she gets hammered as the ball goes up, hits the bottom of the backboard, but
they're going to get Alfaro on that one, her
and
second personal.
That'll put Barunda at the line, of course.
And in the bonus.
She has been very at home and has made a lot of Lovington's points from the free throw line in the first half and this third quarter. Nothing but net.
5 straight free throws for Ashlyn.
One of her, and she's missed twice. And that one is going to miss.
I shouldn't have said 5 straight. That one's on me, Ashlyn.
All right. 41-36. Lovington up by 5. 43 seconds left. A 3-point shot up, no good. The ball's loose on the court. Fight for it. Roswell comes up with it. A bounce pass over to, is that Patino or Alfaro?
It's
and
a
then
steal,
stolen
no matter how you
away.
look
Yeah,
at it.
it gets stolen away by Lovington. Barunda drives the lane, pulls up, puts a jumper up, no good. Gets her own rebound, and the putback is good. So now Lovington up 43-36, 17 seconds left. Roswell High with the ball across timeline center court, across the Wildcat. A pass off to Vasquez, a jumper from near the top of the arc, no good. And that rebound was controlled,
Blackwell, but then
turned it over. And then a buzzer shot hits above the top of the backboard. And no good. So at the end of the third quarter, it is Lovington still up 43-36. And we'll be back with more Lady Wildcat basketball. Final quarter coming on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Z94 KZOR Facebook.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Welcome back to Lady Wildcat basketball. And Lovington, they were up 29-25 at halftime, and they were able to outscore Roswell in that third quarter. Roswell put up 9 points and 4-14 by Lovington. 14?
Actually, 11 points.
Oh, 11 points.
For Roswell High.
Oh, okay. Yes. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I was looking at my
and
subtraction. I've
Lovington's
been
getting
going
ready.
to your
And
version
Lovington's
of
getting
that.
ready to get whistled for a technical.
Right, for
delay of game.
Yeah, staying in the huddle too long. But they escaped that by probably about half a second and some leniency by the ref. There's a three-point shot up, and again, that was Alfaro without her third tray of the game for Roswell, and that cuts it down to a 4-point lead by Lovington. Boy, that's familiar, right?
Seems like we've been at 4 points all game.
Yeah, into the first, into the second, and Schaus with a jump shot, no good, but Lovington fighting for the rebound. It ends up, Roswell picks it up off of the court.
Barunda got the rebound, but then stripped away.
And a three-point shot up, no good. An air ball goes out of bounds.
And only down by 4. And this is twice where Vasquez has just come up and taken a pop a shot where probably not the best option. They're only down by 2 possessions. I'm not sure why they're pushing it this close. If there's 16 seconds left in the game, okay, not 8:16.
7:11 left to play in the game as Barunda passes into Schaus, but getting it first was either Vasquez or Morales. I think that was Morales. A pass in the lane, a shot up and good, and that was Alfaro. Stites in the game for the first time. Stites with 2 points. 43-41, Lovington up only by 2 now. A pass over into the left corner, and a jump shot taken. A three-point attempt by Corral, no good. Roswell with the rebound. And now their own jump shot falls way short. But Roswell able to come up with the rebound and a second look from three-point range.
Stites.
And Stites again, 5 points in the game. She comes into the game and in the first 10 seconds of play, I think gets 5 points.
5 points, yeah.
And puts Roswell up by 1, 44-43.
8-0 run for Roswell.
And a pass into
Trying to get it to Schaus,
but Schaus was the pass was just out of range, and all she could do was tip it. It goes out of bounds, and so it's Roswell's basketball. And they'll cross the timeline. They're up by 1, 6:06 left. A three-point attempt up, no good, and that is number 10, Braylon Hernandez with the rebound. She passes it back. Corral will run the point, drive in, leave it off. Pass it back to Hernandez. She drives in, Looks like she's going to try a jump shot from the
got
right
it
side,
stripped
but
and then touched it, fighting for it now. That's forced turnovers.
Instead of taking the shot, she got double teamed and the ball got knocked away.
4 turnovers and 4 possessions for Lovington here in this fourth quarter.
44-43, a 3-point attempt on the way again by Roswell, no good. A fight for it, and Roswell ends up with it. Then a pass intercepted by Corral, who's very quick, but it goes out of bounds. It'll stay Roswell basketball. So Roswell still ahead by 1 point with 5:34 left in this game. A pass and then a turnaround jumper.
That was Morales.
And Morales with 2 more points makes it 46-43. Roswell
Morales
up
with 13 points in the game, and Chief takes the timeout.
And Chief Richford with the timeout as Lovington has the ball, but they will have the ball out of the timeout. Chief not happy with now down by 3 points, 5:22 left, and we'll be back. This was just the third. It was just
30.
a 30. We'll just keep it right here. It's fine. Where now Roswell's kind of flipping the script on Lovington here in this fourth quarter, TJ.
Well, they've picked the pressure back up, and Lovington has not adjusted well. They're not taking high-quality shots. They're kind of giving into the pressure. In that third quarter, they did a much better job moving the ball, moving Roswell's defense, finding the open girl, and going to the basket. They have not done that so far in the fourth, and Roswell is starting to heat back up, especially from beyond the arc. And right now, they are on a 10-0 run to start this quarter.
But one of the big stories, I think, is the second looks that they're creating for themselves. I mean, they have taken a lot of shots that haven't fallen, and probably, I think, about 50% of those, they've been able to get the rebound and take another shot at it, and some have fallen, some haven't. But they're creating more scoring opportunities for themselves, and as a result, they are up by 3 on with the clock running. 5:14 left. Barunda with a jumper from the left
Again,
wing.
a long jumper didn't move things around.
And instead, Roswell High got the rebound, and now they control the ball. And the clock is their friend with 3 points up, and they're just going to eat a little clock. That is Vasquez setting the O, and Minner getting the ball. Then a 3-point attempt up, no good. Barunda with the rebound. Now it's time to turn on the Jets. And what are they going to call? A foul?
Going to call the palm ball.
The palm ball.
25th turnover for Lovington.
That's a bad time for it.
6 possessions so far here in the fourth quarter, and they've turned it over in 5 of them.
Yeah. So when you see this, when you're getting close to the end of the game, it's about poise. It's about keeping your cool under pressure, and they're very excited. They have the ability to come back and get in front of this team again, but they have to execute. They have to maintain their poise. Roswell's going to move the ball, drive the lane, bounce pass in, goes out of bounds, so Lovington catches a break there.
And that's the first turnover for Roswell High in the fourth quarter.
Right, they've had only, 5 in the second half?
6.
6, not much. Lovington with the ball, they inbound, no defensive pressure until they cross the timeline. Corral's got it, leaves it off for Barunda. Barunda getting pressured, now drives the lane. She actually gets tripped up. I think that was Stites who tripped her up. Let's see if they call that on her. Yep. So Stites with the first foul on her.
First team foul in the fourth quarter, and it's on the floor.
It is on the floor, but they were Lovington inbound. They get it to Barunda. She takes has a three-point look, and then the rebound by Abby Schaus, and the putback no good. So 2 looks at the basket there. They both come up empty, and then the whistle sounds.
As Vasquez tied it up right there. She's got 10 rebounds now to go along with 11 points. So a double-double for her. And Lovington running out of time as we hit the halfway mark of this fourth quarter.
Just under 4 minutes left in this game. 46-43. Roswell still up by 3, and the clock is their friend. They're slowing the pace down.
And Lovington yet to score in the fourth quarter, more than halfway through it.
That is Vasquez with the ball. Pass off, a 3-point attempt from the left corner, no good, but Roswell with the rebound. That was Morales. And then they'll try it again, pull the trigger on the tray. This one doesn't fall, and a rebound for Abby Schaus. A good one there. A chance now for Lovington to get the ball, but a bad pass down intended in the lane is picked off. A turnover, and then a pass down as Barunda trying to intercept the ball ends up colliding with Stites, and they both end up on the ground. Barunda a little slow to get up. The ball goes out of bounds.
Barunda's taken a beating in this game.
She has it's been a very physical game now. She's gotten fouled so many times, and she has continued to hang in there and continue to put her body on the line as well, still putting herself in the traffic. So another timeout's being taken, this by Chief Bridgeforth of the Wildcat. Nope, this Coach Smith. All right. So we will keep it just a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. And their score, it feels like we've been playing 5 minutes with the score at 46-43, TJ.
Well, it kind of seems like we have. Roswell came out really with their hair on fire in that fourth quarter. Again, a 10-0 run to start the fourth. And then both teams, after that initial run, have just kind of sputtered and hadn't been able to do anything. They've traded turnovers. They've bounced it off of each other. They've taken some low percentage shots. The other team's gotten the rebound. So which team will find the rhythm here late, I think, is going to dictate who wins it. Roswell High going to be, they're content to keep it sloppy. Lovington is yet to score in the fourth quarter.
Who's going to keep their poise better, keep pressure, execution under pressure, and keep their cool a little bit better? Who's going to do it? The clock, again, with a 3-point lead, the clock is a friend. Lovington's going to have to force a turnover and try to get a tray just to tie it up and then work on going ahead. They do inbound. Corral's got it. Gets it to Schaus, top of the arc, leaves it off for Barunda. Barunda driving in toward the lane on the left side of the block. So whistle sound, she gets fouled, so she'll go to the line.
That'll be on Vasquez, her first personal, and nope, they're going to say on the floor.
All right, so it will simply be a throw in. Rios is going to have a seat, and 22, Blackwell comes in. Nope, they are going to send.
They're going to put Blackwell in.
Schaus will go to the line. Nope, they are going to put, it is just a throw in. They throw it in, get it to Barunda. Barunda tries to put one up from the corner, going over the back, fighting for the rebound. Schaus ends up on the floor, and so does.
And that's her second over the back foul.
Yeah, and so does. I couldn't tell who she knocked down. Vasquez. Okay, a hard fall for both of them. Abby got up. She's loping down the court. So hopefully just bruised, but not bruised and battered, but not hurt. Under 3 minutes to play now. We're still at 46-43. Roswell with a 3-point lead as they slow the pace down and hold on to the ball. And Lovington not coming up trying to force a turnover, steal, or anything.
Still got time. You're all right for about another probably minute and a half where you really have to start pushing the issue.
Roswell's just going to hang on to it and pass around the outside of the arc, burn a little clock, and make Lovington come after them. That's what they're doing. They're making Lovington come after them. Corral comes close. Now Roswell still passing it off out near the timeline. Now a little spin move. And now passing it off to Weathersby. Weathersby, she's got it. Now she'll pass it back to Vasquez. Vasquez.
Now's the time to start pressing.
Yep, now's the time. And Corral almost commits the foul there, but does not. Roswell's just going to hang on to the ball and make Lovington come after them and foul them. Barunda finally fights for it and gets it. No whistle. Fights for it, but then loses the handle, and Roswell High will get it back. The teams trade turnovers, and Roswell's got it, and they're just going to go into stall ball, hang on to the ball mode again. Clock is ticking. 1:45 left in this one. Roswell up by 3. They're hanging on to the ball and just passing around outside the arc, not taking any shots.
Yeah,
hanging on to it.
Yeah, they're playing.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're playing
safe
dead ball here. Yep.
They're just playing it safe and making Lovington come after them.
Backcourt.
Oh, backcourt violation. They did miss it as pushing into the backcourt and trying for the deliberate foul. You had both Corral and Blackwell trying to commit the foul. It was not called. It did push Roswell into the backcourt. They're not going to call it. They're going to say that Roswell will have the ball.
They called a foul on Leslie Corral and then timeout by Chief Bridgeforth, his last 60 of the ball game.
And 1:22 left, and we'll be back in 30 seconds with maybe the wrap-up of this one. And we're still at 46-43. That score has not changed for about 5 minutes of clock here.
It's been a while.
It's been crazy. We'll be back with more Lady Wildcat basketball on the way.
Lovington Municipal Schools welcomes everyone back. Students, faculty, staff, and parents. This year, show your Wildcat spirit by supporting Lovington students and their activities. While the students are working hard on their games and grades, Lovington schools are working hard for your students and parents. They have a great website full of helpful information to keep you up to date. Check out lovingtonschools.net and stay up to date with Lovington school activities and announcements. And go Cats!
And welcome back to Wildcat Gym as a timeout taken by Coach Chief Bridgeforth of Lovington, because Lovington is down by 3 and a score that has been on the board for about 5 minutes of clock at least. 46-43, Roswell High up, and they are sitting on the ball.
Yep,
They're passing it around.
Just an interesting note. Lovington hasn't scored since halfway through the third.
Yeah.
They're on about a 13-minute just kind of dead zone
it
here.
Ended the fourth quarter. They ended the third quarter up 43-36. Yikes! And Roswell gets the ball in. They're just going to hang on to it. A little bounce pass is finally picked off. Barunda's got it. And she gets fouled, or do they say?
I think they ought to call a flagrant there, and that's what Lovington wants. Not going to get it. It'll be Weathersby fouling out of the ball game. That's just the third team foul on Roswell High.
And Braylon Hernandez will inbound with 1:11. Lovington's got a chance.
Still got time.
You do. They do. They have a chance to tie it up, and then it's there's plenty of time for a lot of things to happen in this basketball game.
You don't have to take the three-pointer here, but you have to have points on this possession.
You've got to have it. They pass to Schaus. Schaus then trying to pass and find Barunda in the lane. It bounces off, goes out of bounds. It will stay Lovington basketball.
Yeah, swatting at that when there was Alfaro. Got the hand on it. Kind of a lazy pass.
And it'll be Braylon Hernandez to inbound right in front of the Lovington bench. She finds Barunda. Barunda into Schaus. Schaus had posted up. Puts it up, and it falls off. Fight for the rebound. It goes out of bounds. Let's see, is it going to be last touch by Lovington or Roswell?
It'll be Lovington ball.
And it'll be Lovington basketball. It should be inbounded to the left of their basket. And just under 60 seconds on the clock as Braylon Hernandez will get it in. Barunda takes a three-point attempt. No good. Fight for the rebound. It goes out of bounds. Who touched it? It looked like Roswell High did, as Zoe Blackwell was right there. So Lovington catches a break as well. And Hernandez to inbound. They get it, trying for, I thought it was Schaus in the lane. The actually bounce pass goes to Leslie Corral. She puts the ball up. It does not fall, but there is a foul called.
Yeah, Corral snuck in on the back door on the baseline behind Schaus and got the inbound and then got fouled.
So Corral will go to the line. This is her first trip to the free throw line tonight. And they call the foul on number 2. That's Minner. She's got 4 fouls on her. Corral sinks it.
And she's got 10 points in the ball game, and that breaks a 14-minute scoring drought for Lovington.
She's got 10 points in the game, but that was the most important one so far. This can become a pair if she can sink this one and put Lovington within 1, and she does. So we have a new ball game, although it's 46-45, still a 1-point lead by Roswell. Lovington has got to get the ball away. 48 seconds left. A spin move in the lane as Vasquez sends it back out. Now they're going to play keep away again and go for the final shot. No, a pass in to the lane, and it's kicked right back out as Vasquez to Morales and back. Vasquez, a bounce pass, a point-blank shot up and good. I didn't even...
Morales, that's her 14th, 15th point of the ball game.
And now 48-45, back to a 3-point lead. 22 seconds left. Lovington with the ball, and actually Chief had one more timeout.
Yep, that was he took his last 60.
But this was his last 30, and we will just keep it right here. Just under 23 seconds left to play, and here we are again as Lovington is trailing by 3 points. It was 46-43 forever, and now 48-45, TJ.
Well, and now if you're Lovington, what you are going to have to do, and I'm sure Chief is drawing it up out there, you're going to have to look for the 3. And that's just the way it is. Your most consistent shooter is Ashlyn Barunda, but you've got to know Roswell High knows that. So who else do you have that you feel comfortable taking that 3-point shot? Maybe it's Leslie Corral. Maybe it's Braylon Hernandez.
Leslie
maybe it's Zoe Blackwell. So you've got some options down there. You're going to have to think about the three. Your only other option is to see if you can pound it inside to Abby or Ashlyn, and hopefully they pick up the foul and can get the bucket in the and one. Those are
Braylon
your options.
Hernandez inbounding. They get it to Schaus. Schaus passes off to Barunda. Barunda out near the top of the arc, puts up a three. It's short. Schaus fighting for the rebound. It goes out of bounds, and it will be Roswell ball. So 11 seconds left. Roswell will get it, have it. They'll inbound, and
yeah, they're going to inbound and just take it out
yeah,
as Jabri Rios
exactly.
comes in.
And Schaus goes out. And it will be Blackwell to guard on the inbound. As Roswell's got it. They got to get it across the timeline. They do. They move it, and now they're just going to hang on to it. And Corral time to poke it away, but now Barunda's going to get called as she
they're going to get her on the reach foul.
Yeah, on the reach foul. Kind of gave her a hug. With 1:78 seconds left on the clock, Lovington still trailing by 3 points. And it will be Roswell to inbound. Lovington's only chance, try to steal it, try to get it. Roswell's not going to let him do it. They pass it back, and the buzzer sounds at the buzzer. It is a Roswell win. 48-45 is the final score after Lovington led at the end of the first, the second, and the third quarters, had a 9-point lead more than once, and ends up losing this game to Roswell High, 48-45. Wow, you talk about not really seeing that coming until that fourth quarter. It's exciting, but we'll be back to wrap things up as Lovington will fall to 4-2 on the season, and Roswell High will improve to 4-1 on the season. And next up for Roswell High, they are going to be at Bernalillo on Thursday night. Next up for the Lady Cats, they'll have to lick some wounds and get ready to host Denver City on Friday night. So we'll be back in just a couple of minutes with the wrap-up. Are you ready? Actually, we can roll.
I'm ready if you are.
We'll roll right into it. You're much faster with getting the stats compiled and ready. So, TJ Miracle.
All right, final line in this one. We'll start with the victorious Lady Coyotes of Roswell High. Their leading scorer tonight is Abigail Morales. She finishes up with 15 points to go along with 5 boards. Adamaris Vasquez, 11 points, 10 rebounds. She gets the double-double tonight. 9 points for Aaliyah Alfaro, none bigger than the 3 in the fourth quarter. Kalea Stites with 5 points, all coming in that fourth quarter. So those were big, too. And then 8 points for Maria Patino. Vasquez, their leading rebounder, 21 rebounds as a team for Roswell High. They go 2 of 2 from the free throw line. They turn the ball over 18 times in the ball game. 13 in the first, 12 in the second, 11 in the third, and 12 in the fourth. Fairly consistent scoring in this one for the Lady Coyotes. For the Lady Cats tonight, it was the Ashlyn Barunda show. Finishes up with 28 points. I'm going to have to go look at the video, see if I can find her another rebound somewhere. But 9 rebounds. She led the way for Lovington in that one. She and Abby Schaus tying. But 28 points for Barunda, 9 rebounds. 11 points for Leslie Corral. She also had a board in the ball game. 4 points, Abby Schaus with 9 boards. Jabri Rios with a bucket and 6 rebounds. Braylon Hernandez also grabbing a rebound. Jasmine Hernandez with the rebound. Valeria Sylvia with the rebound, too. Lovington winning the rebounding battle. They had 32 in the ball game. They got 11 more than Roswell High, but rebounds don't count on the scoreboard. 16-21 from the free throw line. Lovington, a lot more opportunities from the stripe tonight and took advantage of them. Here's the 2 biggies, though. 28 turnovers in the ball game. 17 points in the first, 12 in the second, 14 in the third, 2 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And that tells the tale in the 48-45 loss tonight.
You know, the Lovington didn't take advantage of their rebounding, turning it into points. They didn't do that, and they turned over the ball 28 times as opposed to 18 for Roswell. So you add, 32 rebounds and not making points off of the rebounds, even though they did a great job at the line. Barunda led all scorers in this game with 28 points and did an amazing job at the free throw line. Still, at the end of the day, Lovington came up 3 points short, on the scoreboard at the end when time ran out. So some good lessons probably, in this game. A really good test for Lovington as, playing a 5A team and headed into, another game against Denver City. They've beaten them once already, but that'll be Friday night, and we'll be right back here at Wildcat Gym for that game. I believe that starts at 6 o'clock.
That is tentatively, and it's varsity
Friday.
only, so
Yeah,
it should be. That's
should
what
be
the
on
schedule
time.
said from Coach Murad, so it
So-
ought to be on time.
So we will put a wrap on this and just say, well, it was an exciting game to watch, and disappointing for the Lady Cats at the end. They are beaten 48-45, and Roswell High going to go back tonight safely, hopefully, and we'll be right back here on Friday for Lovington versus Denver City girls. And until then, thank you very much. For TJ Miracle, I'm Dawn Morgan saying so long. Thanks to our sponsors, thanks to those who are monitoring Evie and Tiff, and you've been watching and enjoying Lady Wildcat basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Z94 KZOR Facebook. Good evening.